Hi guys, Brenton Ford here from Effortless Swimming. I thought I'd put together this quick video on runners' hips and how to fix them. And I apologise for the quality, but I thought it's better off knowing this than making sure it's really good quality. It's better just to get this stuff out there so that you can start swimming faster and start swimming smoother. So runners' hips, I've been coaching a lot of triathletes lately, and what I've noticed is a lot of them swim with their hips quite high in the water, but their legs are dragging, and that means that they're bent at the waist and they're copying a lot of drag and resistance on their thighs, and that really slows down their swimming, and it's very hard to get faster when you're still swimming that way. Ideally, you'd want to be swimming so that your body's in line, so your top half and your bottom half are straight, and that way you're going through the water along the surface rather than swimming with the bent at the waist and you're copying all that resistance. So there's usually three things that you can identify with someone who's got runner's hips, and that is that they're looking too far forward. So rather than looking down at the bottom or slightly forward, they're looking straight ahead. And the second thing is that they're bending at the waist, so their hips are floating on the surface, but their legs and their heels aren't breaking the surface when they kick. And the other thing is that their toes are usually pointing down to the bottom of the pool instead of pointing to the end of the wall. Right? So they're lacking flexibility in their ankles, which means that they're finding it hard to point their toes straight down or straight to the end of the pool. So the way that you fix that is, first of all, you've got to lower where you're looking. You've got to look to the bottom or slightly in front instead of forward. With your hips, you've got to straighten them up. So you kind of tilt your hips backwards, so you're locking your core and you're swimming much straighter. And I like to think of it as squeezing your butt cheeks together. And that's what a lot of swimmers do, is they almost tilt their hips back, squeeze your butt cheeks together, and that will straighten you out rather than bending at the hips. And the second thing is you've got to point your toes, and you kind of point them inwards a bit as well, and that will help you get a bit more of an angle with your feet, and that means you won't be copying resistance on the end of your feet as well. So those three things is look further down, straighten up your body by tilting your hips back, squeezing your butt cheeks together, and pointing your toes to the end of the wall. And that's how you fix runners' hips, and that way you're gliding on top of the water, you've got a lot less resistance, and you're swimming much faster in the water. And the other thing that can do is it will also help you get the power from your rotation. So when you're bent at the hips, it's very hard to use the power that you generate from your hips and your shoulder rotation, because you haven't got that strong core that's allowing you to rotate and travel through the water with that kind of power. So when you are straighter, you can start from your hips, rotate through to your shoulders, and then you're driving through the water using not only your pull, but also your rotation to generate power, drive yourself forward. So if you want to hear more about how to fix runners' hips and a few other tips on getting faster in the water, improving technique, then head over to swimprove.com, where we go into a lot more detail, and we have ongoing coaching and expert coaching and one-on-one feedback and video analysis for you. So head over to swimprove.com if you'd like to learn more about improving your swimming.